Hello, mermaids and barnacle boys. My name is Sponge Drew, and welcome to another Bionicle set review today. Well, not really a set review; it's more of like a Bionicle discussion video today, if you want to put it into that. And for today, we are going to be discussing and reviewing Solek right here. He is a matoran that was released in 2008, and he is one of the most beloved, characters in the Bionicle community. Let's actually adjust the brightness here. Now, you've already seen the thumbnail of the video and the title of the video, and I'm going to be discussing why he is not the worst Bionicle set to be released as for the Bionicle, set line. Now, before I actually get into that, I do have, videos that, I will be sharing my thoughts about, and, them sharing, about Solek and stuff. I'll show that off in a little bit. But before we actually get started on that, I did do a YouTube short on this guy. I did buy him off eBay. You can find it in my shorts, like lists and stuff. So go check that out really quick, and get back to the video here. But before we actually get into discussion and all that, let's actually do a quick little review. So I have like a list right here what he is. This is Solek right here. He is set number 8945. The set contains 14 pieces, and approximately for time release, I believe he was $8. I think I'm looking at sheet right here, and he was released in 2008. Now you can see he's got kind of standard articulation, similar to the Toa that was first released, the Toa Mata back in 2001. Two in the arms, two in the legs, and one for the head. Now he is in new condition. Back in 2008, the joint pieces like that were used, as you can see, were always breaking. But thankfully, I checked all the pieces for him, and not a single one has broke. So you can hear that the foot joint, because this is still in new condition. Ooh, yeah, a little squeaky though. So yeah, I have them displayed on my desk and such, and I really do like this guy, because if you don't really know, or if you're a long time a fan of Bionicle, the whole like Solekians and like other stuff. I personally am not a big Solekian guy, hence Solekian, because to me it's kind of silly in a way. But yeah, because he's got colors, he's got the gray, he's got the white and the silver. As far as new pieces for him, he's got not a few pieces. As for the chest right here, the arms, and sorry about that. While the legs are returning, they remolded in the new joint style, and of course he's got the backpack, not backpack, the little jetpack right here, which is pretty cool if you ask me. He's got the headpiece, which to me is really weird. I don't know why they thought this was a good like head mold. It's pretty strange to me. He has an axle point on the face and on the back right here. And here's his new mask right here, only exclusive to Solek. See, it's very similar. They tried to incorporate part of Kopaka's mask. Now I'll show you the one from like 2001. See, it's kind of similar in a way. Do like a side-by-side comparison. Of course, he doesn't have the stock piece, but I've seen people made a little custom stock for Solek here. So yeah, that's really it for Solek in general. Not a whole lot going on. He's got some articulation, but nothing too extravagant. But hold on, let me just take a little quick water break here, so that way I can be ready to talk a whole bunch about, Solek. So the reason why I'm making this video of why he is not the worst Bionicle set is because I saw a video, and I will show you guys just real quick. Show you right here. Well, actually, let me just pull it up right there. You can see right here. I know it's kind of hard to tell by the glare because in these 3 videos right here, I will put them in the link in the description. So watch these 3 first, and then come back to here, and you see my thoughts and opinions about these 3 videos here. So basically, in this video, if you know the TTV channel, it's a channel where it's a bunch of people talking about Bionicle stuff, Lego stuff, Ninjago and all that. And in this this video right here, the top 10 worst Bionicle sets, they say in the number 1 worst set is the matoran. Now let's just zoom in out here. And they said that Solek is the worst set. And why is he the worst set? Well, they explained that while the other matoran, Tanma and Photon, the other 2 matoran, say that they have more bright color schemes such as lime green and orange, and also some gray and silver as well. But they said that Solek is the worst because of the lack of while most ice characters in the Bionicle timeline has a mix of sometimes light blue, sometimes translucent blue, and for Solek he just gets gray, and they say that his his colors are really dull. He lacking complexity for his build, and they said that he is the worst Bionicle set to ever be released. Well, yes, but also at the same time, no. See, when I watched that video, about him, because I watched that video long ago, and now since I rewatched it again, I have to say they are true, but they are also kind of not. While his color scheme does lacking colors without the light blue, with like the icy kind of colors and whatnot, there are other Toa or like Bionicle white characters that also do have gray and silver. Even Kopaka during the 2008 timeline, and I am right about this. Kopaka of 2008 did have silver, and he did have gray. Even Kopaka during 2001 when he was first introduced, and his new form, he also had gray, white, and silver. Well, what do you know? Other ones have the same color scheme as Solek, and they said that he has the more in color scheme. And that, in my opinion, is and that honestly, sorry, I've been thinking about doing this video for a while, and sometimes I just stutter a little bit, so I apologize for that. But they say that gray, silver, and white. Well, other Bionicle sets have that color scheme too, so why are they calling him the worst set? I don't really know for sure. And there is another video that I will show you right here. This one, why Solek is the best of matoran. This video right here by Creepy Biotube Stalker discuss why he is better than the other matoran or other sets with the build and such. And in that video, again, if you watch, go watch that video, and come back to here, so that way you can be able to actually, you can pretty much watch the videos first, those 3 videos first, and then come back to here. But if you already watched those 3 videos and you're right here now, then perfect. But in that video by Creepy Tube Stalker, what's their name? Creepy Biotube Stalker, basically said that Solek is basically the best of matoran. And basically he said that his limbs are probably the best limbs to use for, you know, his build. Because other ones, and I have them right here, as you can see, these are basically the limbs that were introduced. I'll move Solek, you know, right over here. These limbs right here were introduced in, you know, hold on just a second. I know I'm not the greatest YouTuber, I get it. But these limbs right here were introduced, you know, in 2008 and were used along for, you know, 2009 and 2010. And these two right here are probably best used to make, you know, small, you know, less complicated, you know, Bionicle mocks, because, you know, the way they are stand out more, as you can see right here. See, this one is probably, you know, the best one yet. This one, you know, is alright, but, you know, in my opinion, and with, you know, the creepy biotube stalker, this one is probably the worst, you know, limb piece, and mainly because it is at a 90-degree angle. It can't not move, and I don't know if it will show up on my camera, but you could see right there that is breaking, because like I said, these are really not that great for mock making. So are these, but again, you have to be very careful when, you know, because you only can get a few uses out of them. Same thing with the new joints. You could probably already see it. That right there is also breaking. I even have one that literally broke as well. Even the, you know, hands that were introduced in 2009, they also broke as well. So I really would recommend using these. But of course, you know, in 2011 with, you know, Hero Factory stuff, they introduced, you know, better joint pieces like these ones right here. And when, you know, a few years went by, they introduced this new kind of like adjuster piece that could be used like that. Ah, there we go. This little billing thing just to show off. Now I actually did use this piece for, you know, Bionicle stuff. For example, this foot piece right here is this gray foot piece that was introduced to 2010 Bionicle Stars Rockshi. I put the adjuster piece on it so that way I can use more of this. So a little life hack, if you have pieces with the bad joints that are breaking, just add this adjuster piece so you have more uses out of it. So yeah, but I do recommend using, you know, this piece right here. We'll really use these Bionicle connector pieces and the ones that were introduced Hero Factory, but now called CBS, which is short for Constructive Building System. So yeah, and you know, there are, you know, for Solek, you know, he's really the only one who uses, you know, the best, you know, limb parts. Now for posability, is great for him because, you know, with his reach for his arm, you know, he can, you know, do stuff like this, while, you know, the limbs, for example, can't really do that. Can't really reach that far because if it was connected right here, wouldn't go that far. Plus, these look awkward at times when posing them. Not to mention that, you know, Tanma and Photon also have, you know, these pieces right here. Same thing with, you know, the Shadow Matoran that were also released in 2008. They all use this limb piece, and I'll get to those, you know, later on in this video. Oops, knocked the camera right there. So, yeah, and also the Agori that was also for the new Bionicle, you know, line in 2009. Like every single one of them used this limb piece right here, and I don't know why that is. This is really not the best limb piece for, you know, mock making. So if you have these in your collection, I wouldn't recommend, you know, using these. Of course, you know, you can make, you know, make this in, you know, your own version, but we're not going to be talking about mock making here in a bit. So yeah, that's basically not it for this video. We still got more to discuss. That's basically, you know, a reason why what's their name again? Creepy Biotube Star thinks that you know, Solek is the best matoran. And I kind of have to agree, you know. I mean, he's cool. You know, he has, you know, better reach with his, you know, weapons. He has, you know, good posability. I don't have a problem with him posing at all. I mean, yeah, his limbs are still. Look at that. I mean, that's decently good. Try to brightness here just a little bit. There you go. Yeah, not bad posability, but we have seen, you know, worse, you know, Bionicle sets than Solek. Okay, right there. In my opinion, he is not the worst Bionicle set. You know, like, because, you know, if you're gonna say something that is the actual worst, or say that that he is the worst set, you gotta give more explanation why and do some more research on other sets that are going to be, you know, considered bad in a way. And in my opinion, I think there is one set in my mind that is, you know, way worse than Solek. And I'm going to be, you know, pulling it up right now. You can hear the ad in the video and stuff like that. But let me just, you know, fast forward here. Okay. Trying to get that light. Okay. Okay. So this video right here, LJ's recap review is the Matoran. You know, basically shows the video. It shows off, you know, all the matoran with Solek right here. Hold on. Let me just turn off low battery, because I have this on low battery. You can see, you know, this video right here shows off, you know, like Solek and the other matoran, and it also shows off the infected matoran, which, you know, are quote-unquote the shadow matoran. And you can see them right here. We have Radiac, Gavla, and Kirop right here. Sorry, you know, a little sway because I got done, you know, doing the workout before I got started, you know, with this video right here. Excuse me. Anyways, let's get back what I'm gonna be talking about. Man, I cannot talk. I do apologize, everyone at home, if I cannot talk right. I just stutter a lot. Even before, you know, I do, you know, videoing, I try to practice and stuff, and still, I just stutter. But anyways, let's get back to the topic of the video. So we have the Shadow Matoran. In my opinion, I think Kirop right here, this guy is probably the worst set in my opinion. What makes him worse than Solek right here, you ask? Well, simple. While Radiac and, you know, Gavla right here are pretty, you know, unique, you know, Radiac right here, while he may have, you know, like the worst like limb parts, and same thing with, you know, Gavla right here, they do make use of Radiac being like a four-legged creature, which is pretty cool, and the red makes it, you know, pretty cool. Gavla over here, while, you know, the dark blue does look, you know, is pretty dark and hard to see, at least, you know, like his, you know, claws right here do have reach and weapons, and, you know, like the nice mix of the white and the blue and the mask looks cool. But for a Radiac, you know, these two are pretty colorful right here. Gavla is, you know, blue, and Radiac right here is, you know, red in a way, or Metru Red as it's called, and with Kirop right here, all we get is gray and black silver. That's it, you know, nothing else. You know, his colors are pretty boring, while he does, have pretty good limbs right here, it's just really boring. The weapons are really not all that fancy. They're 90-degree angles. Even like the wings that include in these three stick out very far and just look awkward sometimes with Radiac right here. Whoever's knocking on my door, I am still doing a YouTube video. Sorry about that. With Radiac right here, the wings just look weird right here with, the way he's positioned, because he's supposed to be kind of like a spider-like creature. From this angle right here with Kurope and Gavla, they kind of, save that. But just Kurope right here, he just has gray, black, and silver. And the red, kind of just, stands out. Nothing else. They could have, just used like some other colors and stuff. Nothing really too extravagant all the way. And in my total opinion, I think Kurope right here is the worst Bionicle set to be released. He lacks in complexity, like his color scheme is very boring, and there's nothing interesting about him. And really, that's about it for me. Ooh, sorry about that knocking on the door. Oh boy, yeah, that was a mouthful for me. But at the end of the day, this is all just my opinion, What is yours? Do you like Solek? Do you think, he's a good set? Do you think he's the worst set ever? Do you think there are other, sets that are better or worse than him? Just let me know, and I will, give my opinions about yours as well. Just, be a little mindful, because, this is all my opinion. Nothing about my opinions are always going to be right. I know I'm not always going to be, right about my, words and all that, but really, that's just about it. In my personal opinion, I think Solek is a pretty good set. There have been other, sets with his color scheme, so there's no reason to call him the worst Bionicle set to ever be released. So, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I know this is very different from what you're used to. You're seeing me do a lot of reviews on like Lego stuff and SpongeBob stuff, but I just wanted to do something a little different for this video, and I'm very glad I have Solek, because I will definitely do some mock making, or I'll just display them on my desk just like this. So thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you like what you see here and you want me to do more videos like this where I discuss about different stuff like like toys, shows, movies, and all that, click the subscribe button today. Click that bell notification so you'll stay notified when I make new videos. Like the video, comment what you think of it, give your opinions about Solek in general. What do you like about him? What do you don't like about him? All that other good stuff. Share with your friends, family, and other people who love Bionicle as well. Let them give their opinions about Solek. And with that said, I'll see all you people in my next video. Bye-bye!